Hello, I'm Jordan,
And I'm Allie.
and this is our Monson project. Our first question was which dance is best to do on hot coals? And our second question is how safe is it to dance on hot coals?
We asked these questions because we wanted to quantify the time spent on coals in a way which wasn't quantified yet. Our target audience is fire dancers and fire walkers, both people who have been doing it and professionals and people who are just starting. So there's the safety aspect because we wanted to quantify which times were safe for people who wanted to get started with fire dancing. And we also wanted to quantify it for people who have been doing it for a while because while they do know by feel which times seem right for them, there's no one quantity which they can all agree on. So here we are at methodology. Our model is based on the thermodynamics model that we used in class, and we separate our model into 3 parts. The first part is contact time. So in that part, we try to make a ratio out of the total time that our feet are on the floor for the whole dance. The second part is thermal transfer. So we're quantifying the amount of heat that's being transferred from the coals into our feet. The third part is burn. So we're quantifying how the temperature of the coals as well as the time on the ground affects how fast you reach the temperature of 61 degrees Celsius, which is the temperature at which our feet start to have cellular degradation because of the burn.
Yeah.
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 For our model, the things we left out include the fact that your feet cool down somewhat as they leave the ground. We left this out because it was difficult to implement and also because we felt that the model would show the same trends that we wanted it to show. We also left out the fact that different parts of your feet sometimes touch the ground and not the whole feet. And we left this out because we felt like it was unimportant and it would also be difficult to implement. We kept in the fact that the percent of time that you're on the ground instead of the exact number of seconds you're on the ground because we felt that it was better to implement into the model and easier to implement into the model. And we also kept in the basic number of steps for each dance because they needed to be repeatable in order to do our calculations. And now here is our interpretation of our results. Despite the issues we listed in the results section of our presentation, we still believe that our model is close enough to what we wanted that we are able to answer our questions. We still believe that the trends are logically expected and that we can reasonably say that dances that have more steps and that are faster will cause you to be burned less and reach a lower temperature. So any dance that is faster is better to do on hot coals. We can also say that safety is directly related to speed of the dance, and therefore faster dances are safer.
Also, the point of this model was to try to educate fire dancers and potential fire dancers about safety, and we wanted to quantify that, and we think that we did not quantify it precisely, but we did narrow it down to a range that's better and easier to interpret and to make sense of logically than just qualitative research and qualitative experimentation.